afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's tag you. Everybody's a big part of this. Thank you for coming this afternoon. Thank you to all of our project partners as we officially kick off construction of the I-69 Major Moves 2020 expansion project, which includes the interchange improvements here at Exit 210 Campus Southeastern Parkway. And also a big thank you to IU Health Saxony Hospital for hosting us on this beautiful day and for their amazing hospitality. With that being said, I'd like to introduce Noblesville Mayor John Ditzler. Thank you.
Well, thank you and welcome everybody. Certainly an exciting day for Hamilton County. Welcome. We'd certainly like to welcome all the state leaders, starting certainly with Governor Pence, to the county. We are in Fishers. Noblesville is just on the other side, but we have a great relationship and depend on 69, 37 in this interchange. So we're very excited about that. Noblesville has extended 146 out this way, and we've spent a lot of money and got lucky, if you will, to have a lot of infrastructure, and which got us the town center and other activity here. So we're excited about the interchange, about the connection on 69, and we're just excited for the whole county about what's happening here. So thank you very much. It's my pleasure to introduce one of our leaders, our state leaders, Senator Jim Merritt.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you very much. We are in Fishers, and it's just fantastic to be here. We are all about growth in the state of Indiana. We're all about jobs. We're all about testing ourselves and making sure that we have as much infrastructure as necessary. And anybody that drives in this area knows that we need more infrastructure. We need more highways. We just need a safer way to get to work. And being in a hospital today, it's not only people that are traveling from Fort Wayne to Indianapolis and in this area, it's making sure that people can get to their jobs at this hospital and other hospitals and the mall in a safe fashion. Obviously, people who are in emergency rooms, who are out, EMTs are working to make sure that our injured can get to the hospital, and those that need the services here need to get here in a safe way, in an expeditious way. For anybody that has been stuck in traffic on I-69 for the last 10 or 15 years, this is the sun is rising. And we have been in the Senate for many, many years working on issues that deal with infrastructure. And Governor, thank you very much for all your support for the last couple of years. And this is a real great announcement today on actually what the future actually is. And we're talking about 2020 here, Major Moves 2020. And for anybody to think that the state of Indiana has not invested in their roads, in their highways, and in their infrastructure is just plain wrong, dead wrong, because we've had groundbreakings, we've had ribbon cuttings, we have been very, very busy celebrating so many successes, and this will be as well in the coming years. I like to call Governor Pence many things, including Governor Infrastructure, because he has been everywhere celebrating, fixing, rehabbing, starting new highways. Not many states do that in the Midwest, much less the United States of America. And Governor, we're so glad you're here, and we're glad that we're adding on to our legacy of great highways, great roads, and thank you very much for all the support in making this area a safer, more travel-friendly area. Thank you very much, Mike Pence, Governor of the State of Indiana.
Thank you, Senator Merritt. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Thanks for being such a great champion. Such a great champion for this region of the state and for infrastructure in particular. To Mayor Ditzler, my friend, thank you for leaving Noblesville, however briefly, for this announcement. Those of you that don't know the geography of the area, the highway basically splits Fishers and Noblesville. But thank you for being here. And also thank you for being such a champion of this project and these efforts. A couple of members of our administration are here as well. Before I do that, I want to add my thanks to Jonathan Goebel, who's the president and CEO. Is he here in the room with us? Jonathan, thank you. Thank you for the hospitality, and thank you more importantly for the great job that you do at Saxony here in the lives of so many Hoosiers. So let's give them another round of applause. members of our administration who are here as well. He doesn't build roads, but he looks after people that use them and does an incredible job, and is proudly calls Hamilton County home. Doug Carter, the superintendent of Indiana State Police. And the commissioner for the Indiana Department of Transportation, a woman who has provided incredible leadership of what I think is the most outstanding group of transportation employees and workers in the United States of America, Brandy Hendrickson. Thanks for being here. And thank you all for being here. I'm really delighted to be with you to break the rug. This morning, I guess we'll grab a shovel and we'll take a picture with inclement weather bearing down on the state of Indiana. I appreciate everybody coming inside. This is a great day. This is a project that will provide $92 million in improvements to I-69 from State Road 37 here in Fishers to State Road 38 in Pendleton. It's as I mentioned, it is a part of the Major Moves 2020 program, which was an initiative of our administration our very first year in office. I'm someone who truly does believe that roads mean jobs. And with all due respect to all of the proud members of our team wearing the bright yellow vest, I don't just mean road jobs. But I mean, if you have the right infrastructure, you make the right investments, you take care of what you got, and you build for the future, you create the kind of infrastructure that will support economic growth in the state of Indiana. It's been one of the keys and one of the big reasons why we're at record employment today. Here in our bicentennial year, every Hoosier should be proud that we have more Hoosiers going to work than ever before in the 200-year history of this state. And I think the infrastructure of the state of Indiana and our ability not only to make things and grow things, but to move things has been a key part of our success, and it will continue to be. Now, all of you from around this area don't need me to tell you how busy this particular lane of interstate is. And I believe this project, which will accomplish not only a widening but also improvements in a variety of ways, is going to contribute to the ease with which people move through this area, do commerce in this area, and I believe it's going to create even more economic growth in the days ahead in this corridor and all across the state of Indiana. This project, as I mentioned, is a part of Major Moves 2020. Will improve 15 miles of interstate. We're going to rehabilitate interstate bridges and drainage structures. The largest piece that will get the most attention is we're going to add a third travel lane in each direction across this 15-mile stretch. Going to add a southbound auxiliary lane between 116th Street entrance ramp and the future 106th Street entrance ramp. Will widen the campus and Southeastern Parkway Bridge just down the road here over I-69. We're going to reconfigure exit 210, rebuild and lower State Road 13 pavement under 69, and rehabilitate the Brooks School Road and Madison County Road bridges over I-69. So it's a major infrastructure project that's going to widen and improve and strengthen this asset for generations to come. I also want to reassure Hoosiers with the 4th of July weekend just around the corner that while Brandy has a green light for me to get going right away on this project, that we're going to be working to pull back the barriers to the safest extent possible, and we're going to dial down the construction over the holiday weekend so that we're not interfering with Hoosiers' ability to move through the area and get to those important family functions. But that being said, I would just say to all of those that use these roads on a regular basis and will be a part of witnessing this project, which we expect to be fully completed by the fall of 2017 or before.
What you always say.
That we encourage patience. We encourage all of our neighbors to remember the safety of their fellow motorists and our highway workers. We'll be working diligently in a way to get this project done as quickly as possible. But I want to give credit where credit is due for this project, and a special thanks. Number one, I mentioned them all before, but I have to tell you, as we've witnessed over now the last decade. Next week will be the 10th anniversary of the original Major Moves project, which generated more than $4 billion in infrastructure investment in the state of Indiana. The Major Moves 2020 project, which will kick off today in this stretch of the interstate. This is the fourth section of I-65 and I-69 in the state of Indiana that we've been able to widen with that project. Our administration is actually appropriating, in addition to Major Moves 2020, a total number of about $2.5 billion in infrastructure investment. The reason we're able to make those investments is really twofold. Number one, we're able to make that because the people of Indiana have been willing to support leadership at every level in this state that knows that roads mean jobs. And the investments that we've been able to make in infrastructure and the investment that we celebrate here today is real credit to the people of Indiana and to their willingness to see those resources invested in ways that will support not only the people of this generation, but that we're building for the next generation. I always love that old proverb that says that wisdom is found in one who's willing to plant a tree under which they will not sit. And the infrastructure that Hoosiers are supporting today, all over this state, whether it be highways and bridges or byways, all across the state, or those great bridges on the Ohio River that we're building, is evidence of the fact that Hoosiers are making investments for the next generation. The last group I want to thank is these dedicated highway workers who are gathered here today. This is an outstanding team of men and women whose professionalism and whose craftsmanship, I think, is second to none in the United States of America. So to the Hoosier taxpayers that make this possible, and to this great team that's going to bring it home under budget and ahead of schedule, I say thanks very much. Let's get to work.